Hey, guys.
Just a joke. Hi, everybody. We'll just go right into questions.
From what you've seen here through the first 5-6 days of camp, what's your impression of this 2025 team?
I mean, I like them. I think I told them over the course of the last, we've only been here 6 days. And to have a practice like that you all saw, and that takes a really special team to do that. 90% of what we have is in. And to go out there and execute the offense, defense, special teams. I mean, we did a ton of special teams live today. We're so far ahead because it just shows their work in the offseason. January all the way through July. I've told them this. I said, I really respect this team. They do better when you put more in front of them. They do better when you're playing football and not just running plays, but playing football. They're a really fun team to coach. It's, again, 6 days in, but I really respect what they've been able to put in so far. It's been really, really impressive.
What do you see out of Drake and the command of the offense?
From where he was last year to where he is this year is night and day. And I thought he grew as a true freshman, maybe more than any true freshman I've ever had. It's a credit to him. It's a credit to Max Brosmer. It's a credit to Coach Harbaugh, Coach Keegan. Watching those guys work closely together is impressive. I think he's handling the offense really well. And again, Randy, 90% of it's in. And it's not a very simple offense. We're talking syllables, long play calls and checks and plays at the line of scrimmage and freedom to do it at times, sometimes not freedom to do it. He's processing at a really high level as a redshirt freshman, but we don't expect anything less, and that's why we believe in him. That's why I believe in all of our quarterbacks, and we have really, really high standards for what they do and how they perform.
Are you surprised by the control and the comfort that you've seen from Drake just from spring to now?
I think I don't think comfort's a great way to use with Drake because I don't think he's ever that way. I mean, the way he drives and challenges himself daily, he's never comfortable. But I think there's a clarity and a calmness that you see, and I think that's really hard to find. That is really hard to develop. That's really hard to create. I mean, that's 2 years of work to create that, right? And we got a long way to go until we play Buffalo. We got to keep getting better. But there's a lot of things that tested him today. And, we didn't show everything, and some things we did, and maybe it was the first time we ever did it for a lot of reasons. Maybe the only time we've ever done it for a lot of reasons. But I think he's handling it really well, and I think the team trusts him.
You're rotating a lot of guys at wide receiver.
Yeah.
What have you noticed from that unit as a whole?
Yeah, that's a really good question. For us, we said that Big Ten Media Day, it's not just about Drake, it's about the supporting cast really performing at a high level because of the inexperience we have at quarterback. There are some inexperience at wideout too, but they've got to elevate their game. Tight end, running back, the O-line. We have playmakers at every position. They've got to elevate their game, and I was really impressed with that today too. It's hard after 6 days of what you have to come in here, lights on, fans here, Big Ten Network here, stadium. We're 26 days out. I mean, that's going to be here really quickly. So the faster we can put pressure on these guys in that environment, the better. And I like where we're at that position. It's really competitive, but they're multiplying each other. I mean, they really are. They don't care who gets the credit. They all want it. They all want the ball. They all want to make plays. But within the system, Drake has the ability to distribute it based on what the coverages are. So I'm pleased so far through camp. I think Matt Simon's doing a great job with them.
What's caught your eye with Matt Kingsbury and Mike Gerald so far?
Gosh, Kingsbury's he's a football player. I mean, Dad played in the Big Ten. I mean, he's as tough as they come. I mean, he reminds you of, at Western Michigan, a Robert Spillane, here, a Mariano Sori-Marin, that just pinned their ears back and played football. I mean, he's violent as he plays. He's tough. He's strong. He's smart. He's athletic. He's one step ahead of people. He has no fear. I mean, he's getting better by the day, but the whole room's getting better. I mean, Devin Williams is challenging for that position, challenging Kingsbury. The room, because they're multipliers, it's all getting better. And that competition with each other, it's impressive. And everybody's getting better every single day. I mean, they're like gremlins, right? They're like multiplying. Can't feed them after midnight, right? Can't get them water and can't give them sunlight, right? But you don't even know gremlins.
It's too young.
Too young, way too young.
You feel the defensive. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Randy.
You feel the defensive line had a little bit of an edge today, a little bit. Had the offense on the heels a bit.
I think it went back and forth, Randy. And as a head coach, I mean, I haven't watched the film yet, but you're still watching it in 6 days into camp. You're watching you're not watching almost as a whole. You're watching individual people to see how they perform in certain situations. But I thought they went back and forth. We held Devin out today. He'll be back Monday. But, Anthony got some reps. Sometimes he didn't. JLR got some reps. Sometimes he didn't. I don't think it's a mystery. We're pretty good with those three guys in there all the time. But it's creating that depth around them. The Jalen Hickses, the Riley Sunrams. You got a chance to see them get some reps today. Stephen Curtis, guys like that have, really elevated their game. We're going to get Rashawn back this week too, so that's going to really help us too. So, some bumps and bruises here and there, but for the most part, guys are doing a really good job taking care of their body and staying healthy. But I thought it went back and forth.
Seeing Coy on both sides of the ball, how is he handling the endurance of playing both sides?
He just told me, why didn't he play so much? He just pulled me aside and goes, why didn't I play very much? So that's how he's handling it. I mean, if he had it his way, he would never come off this field. And that's why I said at Big Ten Media Day, it takes a really special person to do it. And it's not just, okay, we're just going to hand it to him one time. If you want to do it both ways, it's got to be a fully committed player. Well, there's nobody more committed than that kid. Nobody more competitive than that kid and dedicated than that kid. So that's how competitive he is. I thought he got plenty of reps and saw what we needed to see and do a lot. And plus, this is, 6 days of doing it over and over and over and over. And, we're not going to show everything. There's a wide open crowd. So, but he's over there. Why didn't he get more reps? If he could play all 11 positions by himself, one guy, he would do it. And that's just kind of, he thinks he can play them all. But I love that about him. Kick, return, punt return. We didn't put him back there today. He's like, why didn't I kick, return, punt return? I said, don't worry about it. We'll talk about it later. Just that's what I love about him. He plays. I said, what's the best thing about he plays? He wants to play. Doesn't want to stop playing. Play. Keep playing. That's what's so fun about this team.
What'd you see from your kickers today?
Great competition. The guys are working really hard. Coach League's doing a great job with those guys. It's very competitive every single day. Sometimes they have off days. They rotate days. Some days they kick on the same day. I thought there was some really good competition here. Plus, it was great. The football people above us are really helping us with a little bit of wind, change throughout the practice. It was about 15 miles an hour, some gusts, some no gusts. It was a typical Huntington Bank day. So it was good for them to get over here and kick in that.
We talked at Big Ten Media Days that Emanuel Carmo you think is going to play.
Yeah.
From tonight, he plays a lot of different positions. Is he about as hybrid of a player that almost Swiss Army knife-like that you can deploy in that defense?
He is. He's very multiple. He's versatile. You can be really creative with him. But again, it's still his true freshman year. You can't overload him either. We even talked about that. Right now he's on 4 special teams. We're like, does he need to be on all 4 special teams? Where are we going to, after this first week, players usually tell us what they can handle. And then what we start doing is really listening to the tape for week 2. And then you start directing your energy towards that. Then week 3, you clean all that up, and then you get into game week. That's really what you do. We really have about 10 days of real football with us before we actually start transitioning into a different period. But I think Coach Kane's doing a great job with him. Mariano's doing a great job, but Coach Kane kind of takes him even after practice, a little before practice. He's kind of coaching him one-on-one here and there, really just making sure he gets every opportunity to get on the field. But he's completely dedicated to the process and the journey, and it's been fun to watch his growth. We're seeing what he can do. We're throwing a lot at him, a lot of different positions. Where does he look the best? What's the performance look like? And then next week we'll start directing that a little bit more. But yes, he has the versatility to do a lot of different things.
Christian making you and his dad Donald pretty proud out here?
Yeah, I tell you, Christian's a really good kid. Yeah, he works really hard. And again, that whole wide out room's multipliers. He comes from obviously a big time football family. But what I love about Christian is he wants to create his own path. He respects his dad, respects his dad's career, and his name, and everybody does, right? But he's his own person, and he wants to create his own path in football and his own legacy. He just got married, and I think that's really cool. So really proud of him and happy for him. And, it's that whole room is pretty close.
Do 1 or 2 more with Coach?
6 days in, what are you seeing from the new faces on the O-line? How they're gelling?
Everybody wants reps, so you get some reps. They got some reps. They're getting reps a lot. They're getting a lot of reps. But I think that, they're learning on the fly. The best part about getting people better is the actual doing it. And I think that's what, we're able to do in this camp more than any other camp is they're getting way more reps. We got some guys up front that have played a lot of football for us. There's some things we got to find out about some guys, but we're playing a lot of football with their 2s and 3s. And that's nothing bad about, hey, they're 2s and 3s. They're just the next ones. And we got to develop that. When you have a developmental program, you got to develop your talent. Well, you don't develop your talent unless you're playing your talent. And that's what we're doing.
I don't think we asked you explicitly in Vegas, but what went into signing the new extension here at the University of Minnesota?
What went into it?
Yep.
A pen, paper.
Yeah.
It was great. No, I'm just kidding. Just really honored to be at the University of Minnesota. Really honored that Rebecca Cunningham and our board and Mark Coyle like what we do. You know, I mean, you don't give yourself an extension. I'm really grateful and humble that people that are in charge of what we do, and if they want to do that or not, said we like what you're doing on and off the field. We like what your staff's doing. We like what your players do, and we want to see that more, and we want to see that longer. I don't ever take that for granted. This is a wonderful place to be. It's a wonderful place to live. I can't wait for our students to be here very soon in a few weeks. I mean, that's going to be awesome once we get our new freshmen and all the students back. But it's a blessing every single day. Being head coach at Minnesota is a blessing, and being in the Big Ten is a blessing. And that's not a burden. That is a blessing. And I'm very honored to do it and really grateful that the people like the job we're doing. And as we continue to raise our standards and expectation here, it's nice to know people believe in you. So,
All right. Thank you, everyone.
row the boat, Sky, and go Gophers. Thanks for coming, everybody. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.